to that new case, testing the stand your ground law in Florida. The confrontation story.
You're looking at surveillance video of a fight over a parking space that ended with an unarmed 28-year-old father of three killed. Florida police not charging the gunman, calling it an example of the state's contentious so-called stand your ground law.
I just want justice. I need
Funny how you motherfuckers don't mention anything about the facts are.
Brittany Jacobs was sitting in her boyfriend's idling car when, she says, 47-year-old Michael Drejka approached to tell her that she illegally parked in a handicapped spot. Her boyfriend, 28-year-old Marquise McLaughlin, had gone into the store to buy snacks for the kids.
Doesn't matter.
You can see McLaughlin walk out of the store.
Low-life
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
The argument, runs over, and pushes Drejka to the ground.
That's right. Fuck
pushing
him.
this man away from his girl.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Get away.
But that's when the irreversible happened.
That's
Drejka
right.
takes out a gun.
Fuck
and
him.
McLaughlin, holding his chest, runs
Fuck
back
that
to the
low-life
car. Jacobs
motherfucker.
and the children
Fuck
watching
him.
the car.
He collapsed in front of my son.
Fuck him.
And within 30 minutes, he was gone.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
McLaughlin was taken to the
Low-life
hospital where
motherfucker.
he was pronounced dead.
Fuck
This morning,
him.
there are reports that Drejka, the shooter, has been known to have angry encounters over parking.
Out here, he said he'll shoot me.
The store owner says he's even had to call the cops on him for
Bullshit,
confronting
man.
other customers over
He was
parking.
defending the handicap.
Stupid reason, just to argue, just to find someone to argue with.
But police say this shooting
Yeah.
was self-defense.
Trivialize the fucking
standard ground
shit.
law gives Floridians the right to protect themselves if they feel threatened. It was used as the defense argument for former neighborhood watchman
That's
George
right,
Zimmerman,
Trayvon
who
Martin,
killed
piece of
unarmed
shit
17-year-old
motherfucker.
Trayvon Martin
On
back in
lean.
2012. The shooting and Zimmerman's acquittal sparking national outrage.
Fuck yeah, man.
Back in Clearwater overnight, the girlfriend asked
Yeah.
He was a good man, and all he was trying to do was just protect his
Yeah,
family.
he's a good fucking man. He's the one that fucking pushed that person down.
Opened fire on a busy Toronto street last night. Police are fire back, killing the suspect, but 14 innocent bystanders were shot. 2 of them have been.
See, here's the thing that they don't talk about. Number one, you'll notice that there was all kinds of parking spots. Why did this fucking lowlife decide to take a handicapped parking spot? Why do you think they put a fucking sign there? Now let's ask about how many other times has he done violations? Who's the one that pushed who down? Who's the one who put whose hands on who? Now, first of all, number one, when that guy pulled the fucking gun, he didn't pull it out before the guy fucking pushed him down. How do we know that this guy might not have been a cripple or something like that? He's in a fucking handicapped fucking parking spot. He's trying to defend the handicapped fucking people. Low-life motherfuckers. Trying to trivialize, oh, he's a fucking victim. Yeah, let's not talk about the number of times this lowlife. Looks like to me it was a habit of his. Hey, this is my way of getting back at the laws and stuff like that. See, this guy was a fucking bully. Just like Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case. Happened in Kissimmee, Florida. George Zimmerman was acting as a community watch-out. Okay? And the things were this, is George Zimmerman is not the one that started the trouble. It was that Trayvon Martin piece of shit motherfucker. 2012, it's now 2018. It's that Trayvon lowlife motherfucker who's the one that decided to escalate things. And then they wanted to make George Zimmerman look like, oh, he wanted to be a cop and everything like that. Not talking about the number of times that he went out there and risked his life for neighbors just to watch the fucking place. They wanted to turn it around like, oh, George Zimmerman was a Hispanic white and everything like that. They were trying to make it look like that George Zimmerman was the one that was the started the shit. Just because somebody comes up and you have an argument with somebody, I'd like to know why it is that they're defending the fucking lowlife motherfucker that violated probably hundreds of people on a regular basis. Oh, he was a good man. Yeah, he's a good example. Yeah, teach the fucking little rugrats to violate people who can't walk, who are in wheelchairs, who need walkers. Why the fuck do you think that they made a handicap spot? They made it to have consideration for people that where you might be able to walk up to the store and walk up on the curb where they can't do it. But now they want to turn it to like this guy was a fucking victim? Why didn't the guy, when he said, look here, you're in a handicap spot, he ought to get a fucking award. Give that guy a motherfucking award. It's like me. I've gone up to boom car punk motherfuckers. And I've said, hey, you want to turn that shit down? I don't like it in my fucking home. Yeah, I've risked my life many times. Boom car punk motherfucker that used to have a long SUV would ride around and stuff like that. See, this kind of people right here, they're the ones that make the decisions on their life. See, you never know when even though you're pushing somebody, you don't know what's in their fucking mind. You don't know what they got on them. You don't know what kind of fucking training they got on them and everything like that. How do we not know that this guy that fucking pulled out his gun was a victim of fucking violence in the past? Just like there was a guy in New York City, Bernie Berkowitz, or I think it was, or something like that. This is about maybe 20, 30 years ago. They wanted to trivialize the fact that these punks were going around saying, hey man, I want your money. And this guy said, you want my money? He was an electronics technician. He wasn't no fucking dummy. And he unloaded on the motherfucker. Still, the poor guy, he had to go a fucking year in jail because he needed to defend himself. See, you never know what's in somebody else's other fucking mind. You never know what kind of training they had. Looks to me like this guy may have been somebody that was in security, or maybe he was a cop, or maybe he was somebody that just came back from the war. I don't know. Maybe he was a veteran. But you can see the way he pulled that gun. He didn't pull the gun and shoot the motherfucker. Who's the one that pushed who down? Oh, that's a good example for the little fucking kid. See, you notice how the fucking news, the motherfuckers, they fucking lie all the time? They want to bend the story like, oh, this guy that put his hands on a total stranger, knocked him down. Okay? Then he's the victim? Fuck him. See, we never know. It's like Michael Brown, piece of shit. There was a picture of him showing him, I think it's 2012, pushing around a fucking, what's it, in Ferguson, Missouri, a cashier. Guess what? Well, he met his fucking fate. He decided his own fucking fate by purposely taking actions. When the cops said move out of the road, just what they're claiming, why didn't you move out of the fucking road? What if everybody decided they wanted to walk in the middle of the road? How could people get down the fucking road? So they want to make it look like the cop, oh, well, he just woke up one day and he decided, let's see, I'm going to, the birds are chirping, it's a wonderful day, I had a good night's sleep, I think I'll go out and shoot somebody. You think that guy that was pushed down had in his mind that he wanted to shoot somebody that day? See, the thing is, these punks, They're not going to ask about the facts or how many times he's violated other handicapped people. They're not going to ask how many other times. He probably on a regular basis was probably a dangerous driver. He's probably a line jumper at the movie theater and everything like that. So, see, here's the thing. We never know what's in anybody else's mind. We never know how quickly somebody might have a hair trigger. But if, when we meet a stranger, hey, even if you think you're slightly right, what's wrong with apologizing? See, this low-life motherfucker that they want to make like, oh, he's a fucking victim. A motherfucking victim. This fucking victim, we just don't know how many other times he's violated fucking people. And because you don't know what's in somebody's mind, you don't know what they came from, you don't know they may be in a pissed off mood. But I have found that even that if I can only think of one time in my life where this guy fucking for 10 years I tried to avoid him, and then one time I was forced to have to defend myself. I'm the one the cops did not protect. The cops protected the guy because I think he was a fucking cop that was put up to it, an ex-cop or something like that. And he pulled a fucking knife out on me, and I'm the one that had to go to jail, not him. See, that's how cops cover up their crimes. They put charges on the true victims. So not only is the victim of a crime, now the victim has to fucking go to court and try to fight to prove their innocence, which I've done many times. I'm not against cops. I'm against dirty cops. But I want to thank that sheriff for that stand your ground thing and doing the right thing, even though there might have been a lot of pressure against him doing that. He had a right to be able to tell that low-life motherfucker, get out of the fucking parking spot. He may have even said that, get the fuck out, you low-life. What do you think the handicapped people are going to do? And the amazing thing was, there was plenty of spots for the motherfucker to park in. So that tells you right there that that low-life motherfucker, he's the one that made the decision to have his life ended. Anyway, this is my rant and raving jimbikeman. Panama City, Florida. July 23rd, 2018.